If you're running Facebook ads and staring at a bunch of numbers, ROS, CPM, CTR, and don't know what actually metrics to track, you are not alone. I have seen this all the time. The majority of the people focus on vanity metrics, which don't really tell them whether their ads are making money or not. The problem is, if you're tracking wrong metrics, you are going to make wrong decisions. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to analyze Facebook ads data from scratch, what metrics to track, what to ignore, and how to set up your ads manager for maximum clarity. So without any further delay, let's get right into it. Before I jump into the ads manager, let me share three really important things with you. If you don't understand this, you probably will make wrong decisions even if you're tracking the right metric. First, you need enough data before making any decisions. Facebook algorithm needs time to optimize. If you're making decisions after just 1 or 2 days of publishing your campaigns, that's way too early. As a rule of thumb, you should wait at least 3 to 5 days before analyzing any sort of performance. Second, one bad metric doesn't mean a bad ad. I see this all the time. People go crazy for a high CPM or a low CTR, but one bad metric doesn't mean your ad is failing. For example, let's say you have a high CPM, but your conversion rate is great. That means people who are clicking your ad are actually buying. So high CPM doesn't really matter. So whenever you are assessing your performance, make sure to not look any particular metric in isolation. Instead, look at the entire picture. And lastly, your metric will look different in different industries. For example, fashion brands usually have a very high CTR because their ads are visually appealing. On the other hand, high ticket products probably don't have a lot of high CTR because people need time to decide. And that's why you should not be comparing your metrics with someone else's campaign. Rather, you should be focused on improving your performance over the time. Now that you know of this, let me share my ads manager and tell you what metrics I particularly track for my clients and why they are important and what's the meaning of that also at the same time. So for example, if you will see, the first column over here is budget. Basically, it shows you the daily spend that you are going to do for this particular ad set or a campaign. And then I have amount spent, basically how much I have spent till now in this particular ad set. For example, in this particular ad set, I have spent around 2,83,000 in total till now. Now, after that, I directly track the metric that I'm most interested in. For example, here it is purchases. I need to know how many purchases I have got because this is one of the most important metric I need to track, and I will make decisions accordingly, right? So I have gotten like 715 purchases. And one more thing that you need to know is that Facebook metric will not be 100% accurate. It is just how much Facebook can track, right? So for example, here you can see that metric is showing 715, but in reality it's 750, right? So that's why sometimes you will see a discrepancy between what your Facebook metrics are showing and what your Shopify dashboard is showing. After that, I track purchase conversion value, basically how much I have made in revenue by this particular amount of spend. After that, cost per purchase, which is one of the most important metric because I need to know how much I'm spending to acquire one customer or how much I'm spending to get one order, right? So that is one of the most important thing that you need to know. Now, after that, another important metric over here is purchase ROS, basically how much return on ad spend I'm generating from spending 2,83,000. For example, it's basically purchase conversion value divided by amount spent. A lot of times people ask me what is the best ROS we should be looking for. It's basically depends on your break-even ROS. And if you don't know how to calculate your break-even ROS, just chat GPT it. It's pretty simple to know what is your break-even ROS, and you should be aiming for more than that. So for example, this brand has a break-even ROS of 1.75, but we as a team decided that okay, hitting a 2 ROS will be a great sign for us and we will scale it accordingly. But here we are getting 2.38, so it is well above our expectations. So we will keep it running in that case, right? After that, we also track add to cart checkout initiated just to understand how much accurately Facebook ads are tracking the metrics, because I can just cross check that with Shopify dashboard also at the same time. Then we also track CPC, that is cost per link click, right? So it's around 10.75. I also track landing page views, and that is very important because if you see, the link clicks are 26,000, somewhere around that, and landing page views is 21,000. So you can see that 26,000 people actually clicked on my ad, but 21,000 people actually landed on my website. This is not that much of a disparity, but sometimes let's say if you have 100 clicks, but only 20 people are landing on your website, in that case, you need to really look into what is your website loading time and all of that. So that's why I also track landing page views here. And then we also track unique outbound CTR, basically percentage of people who see our ad and click on the link to land on our website. Usually in e-commerce, 1% to 2% unique outbound CTR is considered good. But if you are getting less than 1% CTR, you need to look into your ad creative a lot more. And if you are getting more than 2%, happy you, like you can just enjoy the case then. Then we also track hook rate, which is basically for video, especially like percentage of the people who have seen our ad for at least 5 seconds, so that we can see that whether we can improve our hook rate or not. 15% is not that good of a hook rate, to be honest, but then some of our ad creatives are just like 6 seconds or 7 seconds long. So in that case, hook rate we can consider to be fair. Hold rate is basically percentage of the people who have watched our ads for more than 15 seconds. So that's around 2.98%, not that great, but a lot of our creatives in this particular ad set are static also, and some of the videos are pretty short. So in that case, I will consider that as a good amount only. Then we also track CPM, basically the amount you are spending to get 1,000 impressions on your ad, right? Not that of an important metric, to be honest. And we also track frequency, basically on an average how many times one person sees your ad. Like basically, let's say on an average here, one person sees my ad 2 or 3 times in total, right? So not that of an important metric. So now that you know all the metrics I track, but all of these metrics are not important. So you need to understand the concept of primary metrics and secondary metrics. Primary metrics are the ones that actually decide whether you should keep running your campaigns or whether you should turn it off, because those are the real metrics, like those are the real objectives of running the campaign. So for me here, the primary metrics are purchases, purchase conversion value, cost per purchase ROS. These are my primary metrics. And for me, the secondary metrics are add to cart, checkout initiated, link clicks, unique outbound CTR, hook rate, hold rate, CPM, frequency, all of that are secondary metrics. What I mean by that is if my primary metrics are hitting the KPIs that I'm setting for or that I'm aiming to achieve, if my primary metrics are getting that, and if my secondary metrics are falling short, in that case, I will still keep my campaigns on. But if my primary metrics are not hitting the right KPIs, and if my secondary metrics are great, in that case, I will turn off the campaigns, because you have to understand that you are not running the campaigns to get a good hook rate or good hold rate. Ultimately, you are running the campaigns to get the purchases and to get purchases in a profitable manner, right? So that is why you need to understand that, okay, my main metrics are purchases. If that are great, I will still keep the campaigns on. So what I can understand from here is that I can have more ad creatives. I can launch more ad creatives with more hook variations, with more storytelling variations, so that my hook rate or hold rate can improve. But that doesn't mean that I will turn off the campaigns if that metrics are not great. On the flip side, let's say my hook rate was 40%, my hold rate was 30%, my CTR was 5%, but my purchase ROS was 1.5. In that case, I would have turned off the ad creative, because it doesn't matter how good your secondary metrics are. Ultimately, you have to make the decisions on the primary metrics itself. So it's not that much of a complicated task, to be honest. You just need to be aware about what metrics you are really aiming for, and you need to see whether your campaigns are getting that or not. If not, you have to turn off the campaign. If yes, you need to keep it learning and learn from the secondary metrics and launch more creatives accordingly, right? Now that you know how to track Facebook ads metrics the right way, I will also recommend you to watch this particular video where I've shared what kind of creatives are working great for Facebook ads, so you can know what kind of ad creative concepts you can test for your brand in 2025. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every single week. And if you want our team to help you with your Facebook ads to scale your revenue to 6 figures, 7 figures, in that case, book a call with me by clicking on the link in the description. Till then, I will see you in the next video.